124, check.
Yeah, copy Niels.
Very clear. What you in now?
190.
Much better radio.
Yeah, very good.
Because it's using the ARC 210.
Might be right.
After you, Niels.
running up to the line.
Okay, there are some enemy infantry on the airfield slightly southeast of the runway, so I'm gonna go for them.
Mazda. Abort takeoff.
I'm holding for Niels.
Say again?
I'll hold here for you, Niels, to go.
Yep.
124.
Yeah, copy that, son. Rolling. Objective cleared. Okay, they've hit my engine control. That's the ones at the west end of the runway. So I'm coming in. Fort Iron landing 08. Well, either I didn't put my gear down or it collapsed. Right, I did put my gear down, so they obviously damaged the hydraulics that get it to come down, I guess.
No, impossible, I suppose.
Yeah, so I'm on the runway. I've got a busted prop. I'm going to just jump straight in a Mozzie now, so whenever you feel inclined, that's be good. I'll be flying in the Mozzie for a while now.
Yeah, all good. I will, I've got a little bit of tidy up to do. So, maybe in a little bit. Or probably in a bit.
Yep, okay, no problem. So I'll lose comms while I'm reslotting.
Sure.
Request rearming. Copy.
That is a lovely plane, Niels.
Rearming complete. starter. Copy.
So I'm flying the Mozzie, and Laxor will probably join me a bit later. He'll sit in the navigator seat to fiddle about with the radio. For anyone that's not sure what the Mozzie looks like, I'll jump into third person in a second. That's the Mosquito.
Oh, I just clicked.
Say again?
I was just saying that I just heard a snippet of someone. It sounded like someone trying to talk over the radio, but it cut off almost instantly.
Oh, I don't think that was me. It might have been, not impossible. No, 49 Mosquito 08 takeoff. Thank you for the resupply. Okay, enemy infantry to the southwest of the runway are neutralised. Oh, but another lot have popped up, but they're a bit close to the convoy. I'll go in, but I might well get taken by the convoy.
124 Jack.
Yeah, copy. Four nine RTB. Okay, that was a bad landing. So I'm currently in the middle of the runway on the rubber marks. I'll get repaired ASAP.
Request repair. Request repair. Copy. Request rearming. Copy.
Right, so I'm going to get repaired on this, and then I'll jump back in, and at some point Laxel will join me he'll be in the navigator seat, and he's just going to be fiddling about with radio whilst I'm flying around
Rearming complete.
having a go at targets on the ground, or even going for A-20s like the bombers, enemy bombers. But these here are a bit dangerous. As I was coming in, I'm about here coming into land, and they were shooting at me from there, and getting hits. So what I might do when I take off is have a go at the bridge over here. There's a railway bridge. Let's zoom in. So there's a railway bridge and a road bridge, and on this road bridge there are 4 BTRs which will shoot at me. Also in this field here and various other places there are infantry that will shoot at me, and some of them can be quite dangerous. So I might go in with my rockets and have a go. I'll hurt along this road and hit this area with rockets and see what I can get. I'm not very good with rockets, but let's see. What we can do is we can mark them. If I was to fly in that area and bring up a special little reticle, get that reticle over the units here, and then click the left mouse button, it would mark them on the map. But until I do that, I know that they're there, but we can't see them. Okay, aircraft repair has started. And as you can see, I had an unfortunate landing, but I knew that I had damage. But I think one of my gear legs might have collapsed when I landed. I don't know for sure. Okay, get started, take off in that direction, I think.
Run the starter. Copy.
Wrong button, you can't see in there. Let's zoom in. Click the wrong button. I'll close that instead of firing that. Let's go again on that. I need to make that clearer. That's very difficult to see in there. You have to zoom in. Even then it's not ever so obvious. But when you're not zoomed in, it's pretty awful. Don't know what that is. It was Nils by the looks of it. Yeah, it is SU-33. Okay, let's go for those units on the bridge. Oh, might need to sort out trim. No, it might be alright. Flaps. About that much. Oh, they're up. They're down already. I've got to put them up. They're down from landing. Make sure I've been armed. Yep, I've got my rockets. Okay, so take off in, yeah, in that direction. Oh, they always leave that door open. When they've repaired you, they always leave that door open. Okay, final checks, I think we're good actually. Let's give it some aileron trim. I forgot to do that last time. That helps in flight. Okay, let's go. So the railway bridge is about there. I'm going to go beyond that so I can make a turn and come back in from the west to attack the BTRs. I'll go with rockets first off and see how successful I am or not. So there it is, there's the bridge. Okay, let's turn onto it. They'll probably start shooting at me when I get close. Well, I've got plenty of infantry, which is useful, but I don't think I got any of the BTRs, at least not destroyed. I might have hit and slightly damaged, so I'll go in with guns because that's all my rockets expended, I believe. I'm sure I did. Yep, all the rockets are expended. Let's go in with guns. I'm usually more successful with those anyway. So there's the bridge, centre screen. The trains on the railway lines, I can hit the trains if I want to. The only trouble with that is that when you destroy a train, it sits there forever, and any trains on that track are therefore snookered. They can't go anywhere, so you get a log jam of trains. Okay, make a turn for my run. Of course, they may have scattered. They probably did actually, so I've got to actually find where they are. Once you attack them, they scatter into the trees and things. Okay, well I'm seeing at least one, maybe two. Right, it looks like I've got those two. But I've got to identify where the others are. There's one. And the other one was further over to the right. I think I can see the other one. Yeah, he's firing at me. No, zoomed in. It's more difficult to see where you are. So that was a tree. I'll go for a Moz again. So as you can see, there's a bunch of crates that have been left behind from the units that I destroyed, and those crates can be collected by a helicopter and taken back to processing unit, which are here and over here. Not there, hold on. There, although you can't really see it, there's a unit there and a unit there. This one will process crates as ammo, and that one will process crates brought in as fuel. Occasionally on the right hand side of the screen you'll see a whole list of stuff down here where someone's gone in and picked up some crates and dropped them at the processing plants and restocked us, which is very good. The important point there is I just opened the window. If I don't open the window, the ground crew can't hear me. So when I ask for my ammo or to be armed, they won't hear me and they will do nothing. So I'll now ask them. I'm using voice attack for that.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy. Refueling complete.
So those last three switches I did down there, that's turning on the fuel. I just had a ding. Let's just see what that is. It's a message from someone. Oh, okay. I put a message, I made a comment on
Rearming
a
complete.
post on the profile of Jennifer Cleese. Jennifer Cleese is John Cleese's wife, and I put a little comment on there, and she just come back to say thank you. I'm just going to see about responding to that, so bear with me. Okay, right, before I take off, I'm going to take a very, very brief comfort break, so bear with me a second. I'm back on the DCS thing, so I'll be back very, very shortly. Right, how far did I get? Did I get anywhere? I think I got rearmed. I'll try that just in case I forgot. Which I didn't need to do that. All I need to do was jump out and take a look, which there it is. Right, I have to get the ground crew to run the starter, which is like me priming the engines.
On the starter. Copy.
Get some flaps ready for takeoff, so I don't have to do that whilst I'm sitting at the end of the runway. So I'll set it between 10 and 30. Right, flaps are set. I think we're ready to go. I might as well close the window. Cockpit's fully fine. And I used the brake and the rudder pedals to steer the aircraft during taxiing. Right up to about 2000. $1,500 I got there roughly. So I'm using the rudder pedals to choose direction, and the brake pedal, the brake lever, top of the stick there, just wiggling. You can just see it wiggling to put braking on the appropriate wheel to make me turn. 49 Mosquito 08 for takeoff. I was saying all that stuff, but I didn't have my radio on, so no one's heard it. Let's put my radio on. I'll just let them know what I'm doing. I don't know why the frame rate has returned to low. For a while we suffered low frame rates in DCS, and it was great, and now the low frame rates have come back. So there has recently been an update, I think last week, so maybe it's to do with that. Okay. About 49 Mosquito 08 takeoff. There might not be anyone on their radio at the moment anyway.
Lex, we're going 124.
Well, I don't know what happened there. Did I set my trims? I think I did. Oh no, I didn't. Hang on, look. I didn't set my trim. Darn it.
Watching.
Yep, copy. Sorry, I was just shouting all over the radio. Sorry. Okay, so I'll respawn and make sure that I set my trims.
Stop burning it then.
I've got to
doing your crazy things.
I've got to set my trim and my altimeter and my nose down trim. I didn't do any of that. That's because I interrupted my flow.
Sorted out what I'm doing then, isn't it?
I think you guys were talking over each other then, so you probably didn't hear each other.
So what we're doing a run down to Beslin. We're on 100.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy. Refueling complete. On the starter. Copy. Rearming complete.
bluffed that because I couldn't see what I was clicking on and I wasn't getting it. I've got to zoom in again. I really wish they'd make that in there more visible. I think I'm going to have to shut the engine down and restart it again. Right, let's do that again. Now that I'm zoomed in. No, it's not having it. I might have to respawn because whatever I'm doing, it's not responding. It's not responding to the throttle. Okay, I'm going to respawn.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete. Run the starter. Copy.
Okay, it's responding to the throttle this time, so that's good. Start the other engine. Set the altimeter, set my trims like I didn't last time, and that's what caused me to veer off. Set some flaps. Give it about that much just there, between 10 and 30. Blimey, that was quick. Those flaps are moving really quickly. I don't know why. They don't usually move that quickly. Give it some aileron trim. I've got flaps, done my altimeter, done my rudder and nose down trim. Good to go, I think. Close the window light as well. So I'm using the brakes and the rudder to steer. It's really the brake that does it. The rudder just decides which wheel the braking is going to go on. So we should take off okay this time because I've set my trims. It shows how important the trims are for takeoff on this. But because I was talking and doing other things, it meant I forgot to do my trim. I'll just let them know that I'm going. 19 Mosquito 08 takeoff. Except I hadn't put my radio on again. 19 Mosquito 08 takeoff.
Roger that, I'm just heading south to Burslem to do a bit of a supply run.
Copy that. And the thing about forgetting to do these things is you feel as though you've only just done it, because like in reality, if I was to crash this Mosquito, it would be some time before I got another one and took off. It wouldn't be like 5 minutes at the most. It would be, you know, maybe days, especially if I suffered injury. Okay, I'm just trying to be sure that I've got everything set this time. The rudder and nose down trims that are set. I'll make my armaments ready so I forget otherwise. Guns and rockets are ready. Brake off. Throttle up. And once again using the brake and the rudder pedals, guide myself along the runway until we're going fast enough for the rudder to have authority. Here we go. Gear going up. Flaps coming off. I'll have a go at the convoy. Probably get shot down, but we'll give it a shot. Hold on, Mosquito, emergency landing 08.
Actually.
So look right.
And that's what I get for not looking at, or for looking. I need to probably set things up, because in an aircraft you can feel where you are, you know where you are, you don't have to look and see it. You can put your hand forward whilst you're looking forward and feel for the switch, but you can't do that in this. You have to actually look for it, or you've got to map something to it. I thought I already had something mapped, but maybe I'll do that. Okay, I've now mapped a couple of things, which means that I don't have to look down when I'm coming into land and I want to put my flaps down. I have to unlock this latch, which I've got to look down and click it. I've now mapped something, so I can now use that to unlatch it, and then I've got another button I've now just set for putting the flaps down or up. So now I can do it by feel, if you like. I don't have to look at stuff and click it with the mouse. Okay, let's get rolling. Well, let's get started. Using voice attack for giving commands, like I just said bullets and it brought up this menu.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Okay, so put the battery on and go around the
Copy.
cockpit.
Refueling complete.
Okay, ready to start the engine. So I have to ask for run the starter, because that's the same as me priming the engines. So they have to do that, and to do that obviously I have to have the window open, otherwise the ground crew can't hear me when I scream out. So I'll ask
Rearming complete.
them to run the starter.
On the starter. Copy.
Okay, I'm now ready to start the engines. Magneto's left engine, port engine. I'm going to zoom in because it's difficult to see those buttons. They need to make them more visible. So starter and booster. Starboard engine. Okay, engines are running fine, so I'll adjust my altimeter and my trims. I'll also give it some aileron trim because I can on this. Okay, we're good. Close the window because it's getting chilly. And taxi. Taxiing is a combination of the rudder pedals and the brake lever. It's really the brake lever, but the rudder pedals choose which wheel you're going to put braking on. So left rudder puts braking on the left wheel. Obviously other way around for right. Oh, actually, before I do anything else, I'll arm my guns and my rockets. Otherwise, I'll probably forget at the crucial point. Okay, let's roll. It's very difficult to show you what I'm doing with my feet Because I have to look down for you to see the feet and up for me to see what I'm doing, where I'm going. And then when I'm looking down, my glasses are in the wrong place, so I have to wrinkle my nose up to put my glasses back in the right place. What I haven't done yet is I haven't put my radio on. I will put my radio on because that's how we communicate now with the actual aircraft radio. That's now on. To the taxiway. Get myself to carefully on the taxiway again. It only takes a split second of looking away and you're gone. Radio is on, so I'll announce that I'm going to take off. 49 Mosquito 08 for takeoff. Right, double check that I've set my trim, which I have, because last time I didn't set my trim and it veered off to the left and I was in a mess. I ended up having to re-slot. Okay, let's go. Oh, let's use my new controls to get my flaps down. Excellent. That means I don't have to actually look and click a button to deal with my flaps when I'm coming in. I can just use those new assignments. I just got to remember where they are when it comes to it. Okay, let's roll. Gear coming up. No, it's not. Hold on, I didn't do it right. Gear now coming up. Now I can do my flaps with my button. That's much better. It's just got to become automatic. I'll do the rockets again as a practice. That was much more successful than usual. Although I only destroyed 4. Yep, copy, undead. Receiving. 49 finals 26. So they shot one of my tyres out. That's why it felt rough and sounded rough on landing. Because I was looking like an okay landing, but so I've got to get repaired. I wouldn't want to take off with that tyre. Now voice attack is not behaving because it's not sending the repair signal. I'll try again. Oh, they won't. Oh, I haven't opened the window. They can't hear me. Right. Well, the thing is, they won't do anything while the engines are running anyway. So I've got to cut the engines and open the window and ask again.
Request repair. Copy.
And of course, I'll get rearmed as well because I've used my rockets.
Request rearming. Copy.
One 120 seconds for repair.
Rearming complete.
I'm going to have a very quick look at my messages before the repair is finished. So I'm looking at the other screen. That's why it seemed I'm looking behind me. I'm looking at my other screen. One of my other screens. Don't you just hate Facebook when it tells you you've got a message or a response to a comment and it doesn't take you there? So you have to root through and try and find it. That's it. I've been repaired. I'll have a very little quick look to see if I can find that comment. Nah, I can't see it. Right, back to DCS then. Okay, let's get started.
Run the starter. Copy.
Bear with me a second, folks. I'm just finishing off a message. Okay, that's sorted that. Let's get back to flying. I think we're going to take off to the west and then curl round to the north.
Okay. 1, 2.
Copy.
Alright, sorry, I moved my radio onto the wrong setting and I didn't realise I hadn't moved it back. What time are you calling it this evening? Because I'm starting to struggle a little bit.
Whenever. I mean, if you wanted to jump in this now, I'm on the runway. So if you want to jump in, you can. And I just realised I haven't got my message.
I do 15 minutes maybe. I'll see if I've got the brain for it once I get in there.
Yeah, copy that. I've just realised after all this time, I forgot to put my chat box on. So if there's been...
I mean, I don't have to wait for you to take off. You can take off. I could just join you in.
That's all right. I'm sorting something else out anyway. I've only just put my chat box on after all this time. I keep forgetting to put my chat box on. So if anyone's been talking to me, I've not seen their messages, which is really frustrating. But it's on now. If anyone wants to drop me a message, they can. And I can respond to it now, because I know it's there. So Laxor will jump in here with me in a minute, and he'll be fiddling with the radio and stuff, I think. I mean, you won't see him, unfortunately. It doesn't put an image of the navigator, co-pilot, whatever you want. That's actually the navigator seat. Not sure where Laxor is at the moment. Let's take a look. Okay, so Laxor is in a Chinook. He might well be heading to drop off some containers for fuel or ammo, or he might be dropping off personnel that he's collected on search and rescue. So he could join me in the air, but it just feels more right if he joins me whilst I'm, before I take off. In fact, that'll be Laxor there, kicking up all that dust.
Santa owns. Oh, I thought the messages just didn't send. I sent a ton and just stopped eventually, haha.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Santa. If I start my chat box immediately, what happens is it starts giving all the messages twice. So I have to wait until I've got the stream up and running, and then start my message box, which means it's easy for me to forget because I'm always doing more than one thing. So I forgot to start my message box, but it's now running. So my apologies for not being there and responding earlier. Is there anything you need to catch up on with your messages? Oh, I've just dropped to 6 FPS. What? And 3.
Santa owns. No, don't worry about it that much, just was chatting about the Corsair and the plane you were on and why I was not flying with you. Check it all out later if you want.
Yeah, I could look in the on the Twitch chat, couldn't I? But I was really annoying. I often forget to put my chat box up. Oh, hang on, Lex was asking to join me. Hold on. So Laxor is now going to be in the aircraft with me, although you won't see him. We can speak on the internal comms. No doubt you'll check that in a minute. Because I've always got more than one thing going on. In fact, earlier on I was dealing with, and even just now I was dealing with some messages, some comments on Facebook. I'm afraid I shouldn't, but I get hooked into talking to people who believe the Earth is flat, and so I hope you don't think that. But there's all sorts of reasons why it can't be and isn't. So it ends up in a load of discussion. But well, I'll leave it there because otherwise I'll talk about it forever. Actually, what I could do, oh no, I could pull to the middle of the runway, but then if someone wants to come in whilst I'm waiting, that'll be a problem. So I'll wait. I'll wait for Lexor to come in and talk on the intercom. Oh, okay, Laxor's on board because he's dropped the back of the seat. I'll check comms then. Check comms.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll move centre and take off. I don't think there's anyone in the way. I'll just check the map. Because the menu's up, I can't do it. Hold on. Right, now I can check the map. Right, runway's clear. Okay, runway clear. I'm going to move centre runway. I'll close the window in case it's drafty in the back. Okay, I think I'm all good. Okay, I forgot to set my trims earlier and that caused a nuisance, but I think I'm good. Here we go. Setting those keys, those buttons to take off the latch for the flaps and to bring the flaps up and down is so much better, rather than having to look down and actually click it with the mouse. Because if I was in the aircraft, I wouldn't look down, I'd just reach my hand out and feel for it. So this is more realistic in that sense. Okay, I'm going to go for some BTRs. There's 7 of them. I just got to find them first. If they're still alive, they might have been shot up. One's burning by the looks of it. Hit my engine, or my water supply anyway, my radiator. So it's stopped venting. That could mean that the engine's out of coolant.
Santa owns. In the server are dying.
You're in the server dying. My engines are suffering.
Santa owns. Yeah, I crashed on takeoff.
Ah, what you flying? This is going down. I'm losing power on both engines. I'm going to belly flop. I'm not going to try and put my gear down.
That doesn't sound good. Makes it easier to hear the radio.
Sorry, didn't catch that. Say again.
So it didn't sound good, but it makes it easier to hear the radio. Not that I can hear anything on that either.
All right. No, they took out my one of my engines, or both. I'm not sure, but certainly one was venting, and then they both failed.
Right.
I could do another flight if you want.
I've really got one running in me, building to get the radio to operate the way that it seems to should be doing. But
that radio is so good. Well, so loud. It's distorted, and I'm really struggling to make out all of what you're saying. So was that a go for another flight, or not to worry, or what?
okay, one more.
No, I still didn't get that.
Yes.
Yes. No, yes for another flight?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we need some way of turning the radio down, because I think it's distorting because of volume. So that would be good if we could turn that down, but I don't know that we can. Well, it's not the radio, it's the internals, isn't it? We can turn the radio down, but I don't think we can turn the internal one down. Which is silly. Should be able to. Right, I'll reslot. So again, Lexor will join me in the Mosquito. He'll be in the navigator seat, although you won't see him in the same way as you can't see me. Well, you can from the outside, but not from the inside. Right, open the window, because nothing works if you don't open the window. If you don't open the window, they can't hear you.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Sorry, so Santa, if you're still there, what are you in? What are you flying?
Santa owns. Corsair.
Oh, you're in the Corsair, okay. And let's have a see where you are. Hold on. Oh, there you are. And you're in the Corsair again, okay.
Refueling complete.
Good luck with it.
Mission complete.
Run the starter.
Copy.
Santa owns. I did it again, I guess.
Oh dear. Santa, are you putting on trims? You know, you've got aileron, rudder, and nose down. Are you putting all those on for takeoff?
Santa owns. Yes, 6 or so.
Yes, 6 for rudder and aileron, and I think
Santa
one division
owns.
of nose down.
1 for
One
nose.
for nose. Yep, there we are. We're talking the same language. Okay. I'm getting sounds like not happening internal comms. I'm not seeing any green lights to say it's the radio.
It is the radio, but it's not the internal radio. That is the radio.
Oh, so that's your aircraft radio?
Yeah, that's me tuning.
Oh, okay. Don't know who else is around, but I'll announce it. Yeah, so I'll just enter my stream. I don't know who's around, but I'll announce. 49 Mosquito 08 takeoff.
Are you hearing the beep?
I did at some point, not at the moment. Oh, I'm not sure if I pushed the right button then. Did you get that?
Santa owns. I don't know how to use the radio yet, sorry.
Okay, no worries. Sorry, that was for my stream. Yeah, no worries, Santa.
Can you hear the beep?
Yep, I was hearing that beep.
That, I think, is the outer marker for most.
Okay. Okay, yep.
Now the question is whether or not I can determine if you flew away in any direction, but I just kept my head down, if I could guide you in to that marker using the radio.
Oh, yeah, yeah, whatever. Let me know what you want me to do.
I don't think it would be a good one to do tonight necessarily, because my eyes keep crossing, so it's less easy. This is the first time I've managed to get the radio to even switch on, let alone do anything else with it. But yeah, it could be something for another time when I'm slightly more awake. Sure.
Yeah, okay, no problem. That sounds fine. So, have you got more you want to do tonight, or you're about finished?
Whenever works.
Santa
I think I only got part of your message
got
then.
off the ground that time at least.
Well done, Santa. Keep it up. So I'm not sure what the answer was. Have you got more to check out, or do you want to finish it there? If so, I'll land.
Fly if you want to, until its natural end, if you want to. I can just sit here and fiddle. I haven't got anything specific, I'm just fiddling at the moment.
Okay. Well, for as long as you want to carry on, I'll fly.
No, I haven't got anything in my head that I need to do specifically, so it's just doing stuff for as long as you're in the air.
Okay. Well, I'll go for landing. I've mapped a couple of buttons to the flap lock latch and the flap operation, and that I've got to get used to it, obviously, because I was clicking it with a mouse, which when you're coming into land, that's really not very good fun, because you can't look at where you're going. In a reality, you'd put your hand out and feel for it, but I can't do that. So I've now mapped buttons, and that should make it much better. Right, hold on to your seat. Now, I don't remember being anywhere where we could have taken hits, but I got the feeling that my tyres burst. Maybe it's just a sound thing.
Doesn't appear to be burst on the external.
Say again?
Doesn't appear to be burst on external.
Oh, okay. Must just be the way it sort of sounded then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Looks okay. So that wasn't a bad landing. I mean, I don't fly this aircraft that much, so any landing in it is okay at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we'll fold it there and continue with what you want to be doing perhaps next Friday. I've done it again, pushed the wrong button. I was talking to my stream instead of you. So we could fold it there and continue with what you want to do next Friday.
Yep, actually. We might need to fly from Beslan instead of Mosdock to get like an angle, or fly from Mosdock to Beslan. But yeah, it would. What I'm wondering is, because it's a marker for the airfield and we're at the airfield, perhaps the signal is too strong to better determine direction. Whereas if you're, because there's that signal being broadcast at both ends of the runway, but if you're at a different runway, then you've got that triangulation, or whatever word it is that would be describing it, that would give you a direction that you could listen to. But as it is now, it doesn't matter which way you face. You're going to be hearing the transmission.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. All right. Well, perhaps we'll try that next Friday. Okay. Turn in. Get your head down. Sleep well.
And you take care.
Yeah. All right. Too different.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to fold for tonight. If you're still there, Centre, I'm going to fold now. We're half an hour, quarter of an hour over our time. There's been a few occasions just recently where we've gone way over our time. So that's better. So I'm going to fold now, and we'll be flying again next Friday.
Santa owns. No worries, man.
Okay.
Santa owns. See you
Yep.
next week.
Take care, sir. See you next week. TTFN.